Hey guys, Drifter here. Welcome to Warzone in Depth. In today's episode, I want to talk about the nail gun and how it kills people super fast. Most of the gameplay you're going to get to see today is on Rebirth Island so that I can keep all of my engagements really close range and really show off this weapon. I haven't played Rebirth in a long time because I find it annoying how people redeploy on top of me, but I absolutely love the color scheme of this map. I wish we could move that color scheme to Verdansk. That would make me very, very happy. The color rebalance is just downright amazing. But today we're here to talk about the nail gun. The nail gun is absolutely devastating in close quarters combat in this game. I would say it is probably the best close quarters combat weapon in the game because it kills faster than any SMG currently, even faster than some SMGs if you land all headshots, and it even kills faster than the AS VAL, which has currently been the king of time to kill for a very, very long time with all of its unusual downsides. The only things I can think of that might kill faster are a couple of the shotguns you can shoot a little bit quick that have slugs, and if you got 2 headshots in a row with shotgun slugs, then yeah, maybe you could drop somebody a little bit faster, but the nail gun is going to be way easier than that. Let's take a quick look at its damage profile. Headshot damage is 81 to 63, which is comical. Chest is 64 to 49, also very comical. Guts is 50 to 39, and the limbs is going to be the same as the guts with 50 and 39. So what you really want to do is land chest and headshots, and this is a stupendous amount of damage per shot. My vocabulary is struggling to keep up with how much damage per shot the nail gun does because it's putting nails in people. The rate of fire is pretty slow at 515 rounds per minute, which won't feel pleasant to a lot of you, but is very comparable to something like the Scar or maybe the new 58 assault rifle. It's still fast enough to where it will feel full auto. It's just a slower full auto, so there's a possibility that people could move between your bullets, and of course missing shots isn't going to be great. Before we jump into the time to kill analysis, I'm going to give myself a little shout out. I'm doing an absolutely crazy Twitch stream today. I'm letting Twitch chat invest $10,000 of my money. I don't get to choose. You guys are going to get to spend $10,000 of my money. It's just a goofy idea I came up with, I wanted to play with. Hopefully this video goes live before that event. If not, it might be a VOD, but I'm going to be doing this every day of the week. I'm going to be doing $2,000 a day until I've spent 10 grand. I'm going to see if Twitch can beat the market. Now back to the time to kill analysis. The time to kill for the nail gun, if you're landing upper chest shots, is 350 milliseconds, which is just downright absurd. Even faster for headshots, but we're going to try not to think about that today. If you're shooting in the guts and limbs, which is the lowest damage that you can get for the nail gun, it's still 466 milliseconds, which already would have put it at king of time to kill. These numbers are outrageous. For comparison, the AS VAL time to kill is 390 milliseconds, and the AS VAL has been king of time to kill since there has been time to kill, and the Cold War AK time to kill is about 500 milliseconds. This means that for those upper chest shots, it kills faster than the AS VAL, and even if you're hitting limbs and stuff, it kills at a very similar time as the AS VAL, and in any region of the body, even at long ranges in some cases, it's going to kill faster than the Cold War AK, which is just busted levels of fast, let's be honest. And speaking of ranges, it has a nice 17-meter range. Not bad, but not terrible for a submachine gun. I mean, it's workable. It's not really supposed to be used at long ranges, but it will be okay. Now, you want to ask, what about the downsides? You know, what about maybe it's got a slow bullet velocity like Cold War? Maybe it's got some horrible handling and time to kill, but unfortunately, that's not really true. All of the handling stats are within a few frames or percentage points of the other submachine guns. The nail gun has a very similar bullet velocity to all of the popular submachine guns, so it's actually not going to be dropping off that much with the exception of the fact you can't put attachments on it. Strafe speed, sprint out time, tac sprint out time, hip fire box size, reload, aim down sights, etc. is all very similar to other submachine guns. I could put the stats on the screen, but we're talking like a frame here and there, a percentage point here and there. It's going to handle a lot like every other submachine gun in the game that just doesn't have attachments. So basically, this is the AS VAL of SMGs. It is absolutely brutal for killing 1, maybe 2 people at a time, and nothing can really beat this in close quarters combat against a person that's landing their shots, not even the most accurately on the chest, but just landing body shots in general. But it does come with some massive downsides that I would be remiss not to go over. Number 1, you can't put any attachments on it at all. So when I say it compares to other submachine guns, I mean other base submachine guns. The other SMGs will have better range imagine lower recoil or better handling or something like that when they're loaded down with attachments, but you can't do that with the nail gun. The nail gun is very take it or leave it. The magazine size is only 20 rounds, which is very small. You'll be reloading a lot. To be fair, it puts out a lot of damage per magazine, and if you're extremely efficient with your shots and you know you're going to hit them, you can wipe squads and trios, but in most cases, that's not going to be how you use it. Most people, like me at least, are going to spray and pray, so you'll be reloading quite a bit. The time to kill does get way higher for every shot that you miss due to the low fire rate. I don't think that's unexpected for anybody, so it's a very risk-reward, high-skill kind of gun. You can't afford to be bad and be using the nail gun. And the time to kill is great for guts and limbs, to be honest, but you really want to be landing those body shots. It definitely rewards precision instead of just spray and pray. Oddly, this kind of seems fair to me, at least for now. Hopefully it doesn't get abused in the future, because you have to be at least decent to use this in squads. It's not an easy weapon to wipe a team with. It's not like the Cold War MP5 or the Bullfrog that just has 65 rounds and you can just spam and spray and continue to down people. Usually with this, you have enough ammo to down somebody and then finish your down, and it's time to back off. So even in squads, it's great for killing one person, maybe getting 2 downs in a melee or something like that. And it, again, requires you to hit your shots. And I'm okay with weapons that have faster time to kill as long as they require you to be accurate or take some other sort of downside. But I think it might get really cheesy in solos, because in solos you don't need big mags. You only need to kill one person. In solos, you're not going to be having to finish your downs quite as much. And in solos, you can often control your engagements a lot more. It'd be great for clearing out campers. So what I'm kind of afraid of is just we'll have like a god tier time to kill weapon in solos that's a little bit hard to deal with. And I do fear that it could be a gun that the community could easily master or take to, and if everybody starts using it and everybody starts getting good with it, the time to kill is going to rapidly go down to very, very fast, and it's going to be one of these sort of like zero-sum games where either you run a nail gun or you just don't use submachine guns. And then there's the fear of, just imagine, especially in solos, running into a person that has an AS VAL and nail gun max time to kill class. They could have 2 weapons that can kill you in a matter of frames faster than any other reasonable gun or reasonable effort that you could put out, and that would be very hard to compete with. So in my opinion, I kind of like that you need to be precise with it. I think the fair way to rebalance this, because it's almost certainly going to have to be rebalanced, is to make the damage for those guts and limbs lower so that your time to kill ticks up 1 more to about the 500 millisecond-ish range, so it's more like the other submachine guns, and require players to really get head and body shots to take advantage of this, because it's just a little bit too easy to get limb shots and still kill people. But great gun. If you're playing Rebirth, I'd absolutely recommend it. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something useful. If you did, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Drifter out.
Found him.
I'm downing a whole team out here, basically.
Thank you.
I just wiped a whole squad, but I can't take any of their loot because there's another squad sniping at them, so that was mostly for the meanness of it.